What is this thing called love? A question simple enough to whisper, but heavy enough to break a lifetime. Some people say love is soft. A gentle touch, a warm breath on a cold morning, a hand that fits yours like a forgotten promise. But I've learned something different. Love is not always soft. Sometimes it cuts deeper than silence. Sometimes it burns hotter than truth. Sometimes it leaves marks you pretend don't exist, just to keep someone close. Love is strange. It can make you feel like the strongest person alive, and in the next moment, turn you into someone who can't sleep, can't eat, can't think, without the echo of one name in your chest. People call love beautiful, but beauty is too small a word for something that can save you at sunrise and destroy you by sunset. Maybe love is the reason your heart races when you see their message. Maybe love is the reason your hands shake when they stop replying. Maybe love is why you check your phone again and again, even when you know they're not coming back. Love is the quiet voice that says, "Don't give up." Love is also the louder voice that screams, "Why am I the only one trying?" It's the smile you fake so they won't see you break. It's the tears you hide so they won't feel guilty. It's the pain you swallow so they can stay comfortable. Love is the only thing that can make you wait for someone who left without looking back. But love is also the miracle that makes you hope, even when life tells you not to. What is this thing called love? Maybe it's a test, sorting the people who are worthy of your heart from the ones who only want your attention. Maybe it's a battlefield where you fight for someone until you realize you're fighting alone. Maybe it's a storm that destroys the old parts of you so the new parts can finally breathe. Or maybe love is simply this, a feeling so powerful that it teaches you who you really are when the world turns quiet around you. Because love doesn't just show you the beauty of life, it shows you the truth of your soul, the truth you can't run from, the truth you can't hide, the truth that hurts and heals at the same time. So what is this thing called love? It's everything and nothing, and all the moments in between when your heart beats so hard you can't tell if it's breaking or becoming something brave. What is this thing called love? Maybe it's the ghost that follows you long after the person leaves. Because tell me, how can a voice disappear yet still echo inside your bones? How can footsteps fade yet still shake your world? Every time you remember them walking away, love is confusing. It's the only feeling that can make you smile and cry in the same breath. You say you've moved on, but your heart still pauses. When their name appears, you say you're fine, but your chest tightens. When you see a couple holding hands, you say you don't care, but your nights stay awake, writing poems no one will ever read. Maybe love is the lie we tell ourselves just to survive another day. Or maybe love is the truth we're too scared to admit. Because the truth is this: you don't miss them. You miss the version of you that felt safe when they were around. You miss the way your eyes lit up when they said your name. You miss the way your heart bloomed when they whispered, "I'm here." But now they're not here, and your heart has learned the art of breaking quietly. Love doesn't knock loudly when it leaves. It slips through the cracks silently, like smoke escaping a burning room. Maybe love is a teacher, showing you pain, so you can learn strength, showing you loss, so you can understand value, showing you loneliness, so you can finally meet yourself. Because the truth is, love doesn't always give. Sometimes it takes your breath, your nights, your softest pieces. But here's the miracle. What love takes, life returns in a new shape, a stronger heart, a braver soul, a wiser mind. Love breaks you, only to rebuild you in the most beautiful way. So again, what is this thing called love? It's the quiet courage to keep believing even after you've been shattered. It's the stubborn hope that refuses to die. It's the invisible thread pulling you forward toward the person you're meant to become. Love is pain. Love is healing. Love is the beginning and the ending of every story your heart will ever write. And maybe, just maybe, love is waiting for you again, somewhere you can't see yet, in a heartbeat that hasn't touched yours. What is this thing called love? Maybe it's the quiet ache you carry like a secret, the one no one knows about, the one no one sees. But still, it controls every breath you take. Because love is not always fireworks, or flowers, or promises whispered under the stars. Sometimes love is the trembling in your voice when you pretend you're okay. Sometimes love is the tear you hide because you don't want to be a burden. Sometimes love is the fear of losing someone before you even have them completely. Love is strange. It makes you hold on too tightly to memories that no longer want to stay. It makes you forgive what you should have forgotten. It makes you return to doors you closed for your own peace. Tell me, why does the heart whisper, try again, even when the mind screams, they're gone? Why do we keep waiting for someone who taught us how to break? Maybe because love isn't logical, it's emotional, spiritual, a fire that doesn't burn your skin, it burns your soul. And no matter how cold the world becomes, there's a part of you that still lights up when you hear their laughter in your memory, a part of you that still turns when someone says their name, a part of you that still aches for something you know you can't touch anymore. But here's the truth. Most hearts learn too late. Love doesn't leave. People do. Love stays. In the songs you skip because they hurt too much. In the streets you avoid because they remind you of old smiles. In the dreams you wake up from with your hands shaking. Love stays. And sometimes that's the biggest blessing. Sometimes that's the deepest wound. But love also teaches. It teaches you to grow in places you thought were dead. It teaches you to breathe even when the weight on your chest feels impossible. It teaches you that letting go is not losing. It's choosing yourself. And maybe, just maybe, this thing called love isn't meant to be understood. It's meant to be felt in the quiet moments, in the breaking ones, in the healing ones. Because love is not just a feeling. Love is the story your heart writes every time it remembers how to hope again.